What would be my channel without a messy hair live every once in a while? Hey, everybody, it's me again, your old pal. And yes, it is 12:30 Central Time, and I just I just woke up. I am sitting in my office, which currently is a disaster because our living room decided to flood itself. Yeah. Well, actually, our air conditioner decided to flood itself. So I so I have living room stuff in here. I have just I don't even know. We're so disorganized. It's not even funny. So I thought I would come on and say hi. I do have a what I eat in 3 days of working night shift video that I'm editing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Hi, Denise. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. So that is coming up as soon as we can take a breath. So I thought I would come on here and give you guys a little bit of an update and talk to you a little bit about, sorry, let me move some of the junk that my computer is currently sitting on. Y'all would be mortified if you saw the state of my office right now because of this whole flooded living room situation. But let me give you guys a little update on life, and we'll drink a little coffee if you want to drink some coffee in the afternoon with me, or maybe you're in another country where this is like morning time. I don't know. Oh, and look, I even spilled coffee. Yeah, we've already spilled coffee. This is my Chow mug as a sort of a memorial, not a memorial, a memory of my Italy trip last fall. Okay, so a little bit of an update. First of all, let's talk a little bit about night shift as a nurse and as Amy. So, as you all know, I went after 4 years of working for the state in a really awesome program as like the sort of not the supervisor, but I was over the nurses and then I had my own caseload and all that good stuff. After 4 years of that, I took a job back on labor and delivery as a night nurse. And nurses, let me say hi to people. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Winky Gold. Oh, Jerry Lee, I love it. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Karen. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Kelly. So, nurses, a lot of times we have to pay our dues on night shift, especially when you're in a specialty area. When I got out of nursing school, I went directly into a labor and delivery internship program, which is where I was trained specifically in this specialty. So they started me off in like a postpartum section, and then they moved me into like a higher risk section. And then I became a labor and delivery nurse. And it was a long process. It was a year-long process that included a lot of classes and mentorship and certifications and all kinds of things. So I've always worked in high risk obstetrics, women's services, except for my little stint where I opened the HIV clinic. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about that when that happened right before we moved. So I've always had to do little stints if we've moved or something on nights. And I've had sections of time where I've done years on nights. And I will tell you, I love the night shift. I love the vibe. I love the people. I love being right now. I'm on charge. I'm in charge. I'm on charge. I'm in charge on nights. I love being in charge. And I love nights that I'm not in charge. And I love night shift. The rest of my life goes to poo poo. It just goes. And I knew that was going to happen. We held on tightly for a few months. And now I am at the end of my, I am at the end. I'm at the end. I'm going to turn 51 in October, you guys. And so last month, I called my wonderful manager, who is just like probably the best manager I've ever had. And I was like, okay, so here's the deal. I said, I've hit a wall with the night thing. And there was an opening at another hospital that's in our system for a daytime charge nurse position. And I said, listen, I've heard about this position. I even already had the recruiter call me about it, but I want to stay where I'm at because I absolutely love the hospital that I'm at, the people that I work with. And so she said, okay, we're going to make days happen. She's like, you sound crazy. She's like, you sound crazy. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. So this is my last week on night shift. So everybody, applause. Oh, thank you. I'm a curly girl. Yeah, if you like this kind of video, I know you guys prefer like what I eat in a day, but give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video, and I'll try to come around and do some more lives here and there. And I don't want my channel just to be all lives, and that's why I haven't really been around, because I really prefer putting videos together for you guys, but we just have not been there lately. We've not been there in a while. So I work the next 3 nights in a row. So what's today? Today's Wednesday. So right now I'm getting ready to go over to my parents' house and help them because they're moving. And then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I have to flip myself around Sunday, Monday. And I'm going to be on 3 days in a row for daytime shift. Daytime shift, you guys. It's a whole other level of crazy on days. And if you're a nurse out there, let me know. Say hi. I love my nurse peeps. I love my teacher peeps. I love my peeps. I love everyone. But especially if you're a nurse, say hi, because you understand, like, you know, the day crazy as opposed to the night crazy. The night crazy is sort of like the Wild West. You just don't even know what's going to happen. And it's insanity. And then the day crazy has like a schedule of things happening on top of the crazies. It's weird. Hold on, let me take a sip. So let me tell you how I've been derailed, or how I've allowed myself to be derailed in terms of Weight Watchers. So here's the thing. I have the hardest time, you guys, tracking my points overnight and then flip-flopping back from day to night. I've never been very good at it. And so I think I use that as an excuse to just sort of be all over the place, and I'll have really good days and I'll have really bad days. My weight has totally been creeping up. I mean, I have been creeping up. So over the last 7 months, I've gained 15 pounds. Yep, I was doing so good. And I've lost some and I've gained some, but if you look at it cumulatively, like I'd lose a few and then gain a few and then lose a few and then lose a chunk, then gain a chunk. So cumulatively, I'm up 15 pounds. So weigh-in this week was like a come to Jesus moment, I think, for me. The other thing is I haven't been able to consistently go to in-person live IRL meetings, which for me is really key. I think I've also sort of been in survival mode a little bit. And like, I get a lot of steps now when I'm at work. And then when I'm not at work, I feel like I'm just really struggling to do anything. And that's not a good place to be. So I'm hoping to get myself into a much healthier rhythm with meal planning. Our shifts at this particular hospital for our unit are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is actually really nice because you get home and it can actually have dinner with your family or your husband or whoever, your significant other, your dog, your cat, whatever. You can actually sit down and have dinner before you meander to the bedroom. Denise says stress and perimenopause will pack on the weight. Right. And she also asks, are more babies born at night? Just curious. Denise, it's kind of all over the place. Like some nights you'll have a baby explosion because people were laboring all day. Some nights you just have the bus pull up is what we call it. And you'll have one after another come in from like EMS will bring in patients all night and you'll just have babies popping out. There's no rhyme or reason to it. But historically speaking, I will tell you that late summer into fall is usually our busiest period where we just have a lot of babies born. Because think about it, people are snuggling during the winter. So you snuggle during the winter and you have a baby, late summer, fall. So there's your L&D answer on that. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say, I'm working up a plan. I don't know if you guys know I'm a planner. So I've been kind of working through like a new little plan for myself um, in terms of doing a little bit of meal prep. I'm hoping that on days I'll actually get a lunch every once in a while. On nights, there's no guarantee. And a lot of times we eat out at the desk because it's just so busy. There's less staffing at night, but sometimes we have the same patient load. We just don't have as much going on. Like we don't have a lot of scheduled procedures and stuff. So there have definitely been a lot of nights where I haven't eaten anything all night. And then I've made the McDonald's run, which once I start doing that, that is a very dangerous territory for me. The fast food McDonald's run on the way home. And it's not like I'm getting 12, breakfast sandwiches, but it's not like I picked the healthiest thing on the menu either when I'm tired and just want to eat and go home and go to bed, which also is not healthy. So I've got to kind of work that out. In terms of Weight Watchers, it's been interesting lately kind of seeing how they've paired up with, I forgot the name of the sort of the medical part of that, the medication side of that. I do want to tell you all, and this is just a personal thing for me. So this is no comment on what anybody else needs to do for themselves. But I did have a conversation this year at my annual. I went in for my annual, my blood work, and my vitamin D was critically low, which shocker. I'm not in the sun. I'm a vampire right now. And she did talk to me about using or getting on, it wasn't Ozempic. They have a formulary here in town. So there's a lot of formulary pharmacies now. I'm not really sure how this works, but where they'll make compounds of like Mounjaro and Ozempic and things like that. And I was like, well, my A1C was 5.0. I'm not diabetic. My blood work is beautiful. And my blood pressure is beautiful. All of that stuff is great. I'm not on any medications besides I take an antidepressant, anti-anxiety really, because I have anxiety. And I take my vitamin D supplement and I take like my multivitamin and a couple other little vitamin things here and there. But, I don't want to go that route personally because I feel like my concern is if I personally use that medication to lose weight and then go off the medication, what happens then? So that's the big question. And I know that I've seen Weight Watchers kind of partnering with like that medical side and I'm not sure what that looks like. So that was my only conversation I've really had about medications. And I know a lot of my friends out there are doing different things for themselves. And you guys, consult with your doctor and do what you need to do. But I really don't feel comfortable for myself. Like I've never wanted to get like a gastric sleeve or that sort of thing. Mostly because I have a lot of nurse friends that have done a lot of different things. Sort of the new thing now is to go to Mexico and get, surgery of all different kinds, you guys. That's like the new thing lately is sort of amongst the people I know is to go get surgery in Mexico. And, it's so interesting to hear about it and everybody needs to sort of do their own thing. But I have not been convinced that that's what I want to do for my own health. So, okay. So I'm a curly girl says, my doctor said no to me. I asked her if she would put me on meds. She says, you can't be on it long-term. And when you go off of it, you will gain the weight back. Right. So, that's the conversation I've been having with some friends of mine that have seen different things. And then the conversation that I had with my doctor was that it is basically you can go off of it. You'll start gaining weight. You have to go back on it. It's kind of an on, off type of thing. I personally haven't read a lot of long-term studies on those medications. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about, pre-diabetes or diabetes or diabetics that need that medicine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about using it when you aren't in that category for just weight loss, And so I have heard that those medications do help with sort of like the food. What is the wording? the the chit chat that happens in your brain about food, like it kind of shuts that off. And then there's a lot of side effects too. But right, I wonder what happens if you just do it for the weight loss portion and then you go off of it. Is it a cycle? Even if you learn better habits, if the cravings come back and the food, chit chat comes back, what do you do about that? So anyway, I'm not there yet. Not planning on doing that, but I did want to kind of put it out there that I had that conversation. Actually, let's see, 2 or 3 months ago with my doctor here, and she offered, and there is, I guess, a formulary where they will make it. But she said even that it's still hard to come by. And I know there are a lot of diabetics that have been struggling to get their medications. So that's another conversation. Controversial, but just wanted to put it out there as a nurse, kind of what I've seen. And I'm not sure about how Weight Watchers has partnered. I've seen some stuff about that. So, if you've implemented that or if you're doing that, let me know what that looks like. That's interesting to me. So the thing that I guess I don't understand is if you are on those medications and you're on Weight Watchers, but you're like nauseated and you don't want to eat, what does that look like? I guess I'm just a little confused about how those two partner together. So, let's see. Denise says she saw recently seen information about a natural supplement, berberine. Supposedly works the same way with no side effects. I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't know. But interesting. I mean, always something fun to like kind of research. So this week, I'm going to try to get through these next 3 nights. I've meal prepped a little bit of stuff, and I'm still tracking my gradual weigh-ins that, it's like, oh, good, you weighed in. And you get like that from the app, you weighed in. It doesn't say anything else. It doesn't say like do better. So, but ultimately the goal is to get back to in-person meetings. And then I love videoing over here and showing you guys what I'm eating and doing and stuff. So hopefully we can get back into a more regular rhythm. I also just feel like I haven't, in my own personal life, like I'm just not seeing people. I'm not getting to church as much. It really has been interesting. So today I'm moving my parents into like an assisted living, sort of independent living thing. So I'm going to go help them pack today. We just moved Judah and Dakota into their new house that they bought. So lots of moving. I was just there Monday unpacking and helping them get set up. So a lot going on. I just wanted to say hi and let y'all know kind of where I'm at weigh-in wise. And I will hopefully get here to a live meeting and we'll come on and do a weigh-in and tell you where I'm at weight wise. So we can, get a starting point for you guys to kind of see, where I'm at after night shift and where I need to go. Hi, Jesse. Good to see you. Let's see. GB Folk says, Weight Watcher closed all the meeting locations near me. Oh no, closest is 2 hours away. I canceled my membership. I'm doing Healthy app. Oh, and I love the Healthy app. Yeah, for sure. I'm still hanging on. We still have our meeting at like a hotel. Oh, I got ink all over my hand playing with this pen. We have a meeting over at a hotel over here. It's in their like little conference room. And it's still with the leaders that I'm used to in my area that I really like. There's one that's a nurse at the same hospital as me. And then there's another older lady. The third leader, and I know they call them coach or whatever, but the third leader, she's no longer there. And I mean, they've really scaled back, you guys. I mean, it's nothing like, when I first moved here, we had a actual center, which was so nice. I really miss those days. So I kind of feel like the pendulum needs to swing the other way and we need to have more things in real life. I just think for our mental health, like we need to be around people and practice that sort of community. Like this push towards everything being online, I just don't think is very healthy. I think it's convenient and it's nice to have an option, but honestly, we need more like in-person interaction in this world. And like I wish I could just be hanging out with all of you guys and having lunch right now, or coffee or whatever. Because that's a different sort of interaction than me reading your comments from a screen. You know what I mean? So um, I do miss the TOPS meetings. We do have a TOPS chapter here in my area. And I loved the TOPS meetings, but I don't know that that's something I can do right now. Maybe down the line, if something happens to the Weight Watchers in-person meetings, that might be a direction that I go. So Denise says she totally agrees that we need to have more in-person interaction. Michelle says there's no Weight Watcher meetings in the county at all that she lives in. And Lou G says, I feel like Weight Watchers' effort to cater to a younger demographic means that Weight Watchers shot themselves in the foot. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like it's great. We want everyone to get on the same page health-wise, and I understand. But we also have people that are, not as technology savvy and people like me that really prefer in-person stuff. That would like to participate, Weight Watchers. So if you're listening, not that they're going to do anything about it. Anyway, with all of this AI stuff, who even knows, you guys, what's going to happen? We're going to have like robot leaders or something. I don't know. I don't even know what's going to happen. So, okay, let me go get myself together. I've got to go help my parents pack. I just wanted to say hi while I was sitting here drinking coffee, and I made a total mess. I have ink everywhere. Typical Amy, but I've got to go get them all set up. And I just want to say hi to you all. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for kind of bearing with me as usual. And we're just doing what we can here and there until I get myself together in a regular or more regular rhythm. We're going to see what that looks like. I have no idea. I've never worked just straight days on a labor and delivery unit. I've always worked like nights or, I've done days on antepartum, but never just straight, never straight days on L&D. So this is going to be very interesting. I will see you guys later. Hang in there and, hey, stay in orbit. If you're in orbit, guys, here's your plan. Here's you. If you're in orbit, congratulations. My orbit is way out here. I need to get a little closer to the plan. But stay in orbit out there. Leave me a little message. Thanks for all the encouraging comments and the hellos from you all on my last video. And I'm here. So I'm still here. I just need to figure all of this out as usual. And it's life, you guys. This is life. So love you all. Take care. Bye. See I don't even know how to this is a different computer, so I got to get out of here. Bye, everyone. Thanks, guys. See you later.